What's up, guys? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we have Broly versus Vegeta from the Broly movie. So they're flying in the air, locked hands. They're both just in their standard form, black hair. So not too bad. We're going to start with Broly over here on the right hand side, and we're going to start with his nose. Yeah. So we're going to do a line down like so, diagonal. Okay, first. And then we're going to change direction back this way. So it's like an upside down number 7. And then we got that shadow underneath his nose. So like that Dragonball characters have, that sort of triangle that forms the shadow under their nose. So then at the top of this, his brow comes out, right, like that. And then his forehead comes up and around to there, okay? So that's like the shape for his forehead and his nose. And he might have like a wrinkle or two just coming across the nose there as well, because he's like super angry. So if we know where his nose is, then we know where his eyebrow has to be. So we have that Dragon Ball eyebrow, that standard sort of tick up eyebrow. So it's going to curve out and around up here. That's real big at the end, like so, and then it's going to come down like this, real thick eyebrow, and back up around the other side, just up there. And then his box-like Dragon Ball eye just comes down there, and then the bottom comes across here, and we can see his iris or his pupil. It's just a black eye really, just here. Like so. And then maybe like a frown line just there. You can of course color this in black as well. Might be a little bit too thick there at the end. I'm just going to fix that. Okay, so then his mouth. So we'll do top lip comes down from the nose, so it just curves around here. And then they're gritting their teeth, both of them, so the mouth is open. Top lip like so. Comes down the back. And then comes across. And then goes up the front. Like so, and some teeth lines just in here. And like a cheek line there. Okay, so then his bottom lip out and around. And then we go down to his chin. Then we go diagonal for his chin and then back up for his jaw. Just there. And then we sort of change direction here and go up towards his ear. Maybe like a line just here for his bottom lip. And we have those Dragon Ball cheek marks just coming out from his nose. And Broly has a big scar coming down his face, right? So like, let's say, comes down like here. And then sticks out, goes down to there. And then his ear. So his ear is just right here, just like across from the top of his nose. That's where it starts. So his jaw. And then his ear. So the earlobe curves around like so. Goes up. And this will go underneath his hair eventually, just there. So like we've got it like a hair spike here. Another one comes around this way. And this goes, that's like his sideburn, just there. And then bones and ligaments and stuff inside, just here. Many different ways of doing this, so don't worry too much. Okay, so rest of his hair, so what can we see? So we can see a spike coming up from behind his head, just there. And then another one that comes down the front, goes back up this way. And then every now and then he'll have like a piece of hair sticking off on its own. And then this piece of hair will curve down, touch his eyebrow, so it goes like, goes into there. And then a piece of hair that goes down just towards his eye there. Right, so then another hair spike sticks up this way, comes back, goes up and over. Up to there, down, up and off my page there. Might come back in somewhere like, and back in there maybe somewhere. And again, he'll have single strands of hair sticking off on their own, and some going back from behind his ear. So going back this way, like so, back that way. Another one. Goes off my page there. You might see some coming back in. Of course, if you have room, you can just bring those to a spike, and that's pretty much his hair. So we can see the bottom of his jaw just coming out there like that. And then he's got that Saiyan armor, so it's like a big white sort of border that goes around his shoulder, so like so. Right up towards his hair. And it kind of curves around down. And then back up. And then another curve goes off the back of my page there. Of course, you have more room, you could keep that going. And then we go same sort of line again. You're basically following the same shape. Down, and back up. Down that way. And a few details inside, like neck muscle lines and stuff, like so, and some more of that armor line just here. That's like the back of his neck, just there, the back of his armor, like so. Okay, so his forearm, right? It's got like a big curved line on it like this. Okay, and the other side will come down as well. Right, so this is where his forearm starts, and it comes down, grabs Vegeta's hand, so their hands are like clasped together. So this forearm muscles will go back like so, and then the bottom of it is under here somewhere. So real big arm. And this is where his elbow will be. And that kind of bumps down back into his wrist guard here. And then we have another forearm muscle line. Curves around like so. And I think he's scars on his arms as well, so another muscle line or scar line. I can't really tell which is a muscle line, which is a scar line. So maybe that's a scar line. And then like another one here. So his bicep comes up in under here, goes up under his shoulder armor. Another muscle line like so. Like that. And then you can just see his shoulder just under here. Going up underneath there. Then an armor line like so. And another line for his arm going back that way. Maybe another one there. Another muscle line there. Muscles on his muscles, this guy. And then like there's a big scar that comes all the way across his bicep down there. Like so. Okay, so the front of his forearm, so we're going to bring it across. Like so. And then the bottom of it. Out to there. And then he's got another white line that comes around like so. And this comes down and around. So it's similar to this. So it's like a cone-like shape. It's like a wristband that's covering his forearm. And then his wrist just sticks out here. Okay, so they're grabbing hands like this, right? So pretty tricky hand position to draw, but we'll give it a go. So the back of Broly's hand is there. And then the bottom of it comes underneath and curves up, right? And when you go up here, this is also Vegeta's hand. This is the start of his hand, right? So that means it curves down this way. The palm of Vegeta's hand, like that. So like they're doing that kind of thing. Okay? They're holding hands. So then we can see Vegeta's little finger, his pinky, coming up and goes up around, right? So curved line for skin. Like here, comes over, goes around. Hit pause a lot on this because fingers and hands are tricky, especially when they're clasped together like this. So little finger comes up. Over, down. That kind of shape, okay? So then Broly's finger comes out from the back of this because they're interlinked, right? So you got to do a Broly finger, Vegeta finger, Broly finger, Vegeta finger. So, like so. Comes down up to there, and he's got like a fingernail inside there. Some knuckle lines like that. Maybe. Like so, right, so, and maybe some knuckle lines on Vegeta's hand as well. And we keep going, don't stop. So, next one. Down behind Broly, knuckle lines. And then a Broly finger comes out. Curve it around and down. Yeah, down like so, into here. And then another knuckle finger there. Curve line, And next one. So down to there, knuckle line, and then Broly, another Broly finger comes out, curves around, goes down. This one we can barely see, goes in behind this finger, knuckle line, knuckle line. Next one, there. And one more tiny little Vegeta bump, just there. Phew! So we might as well finish Vegeta's glove just here. So this is like his wrist and the back of his hand, just there. And some kind of knuckle lines coming down like so. So that's not easy now, so, you know, take your time. The bottom of his glove just goes down off my page that way. And then the other side just up here, curves around down to there. So, right, their other hand's doing pretty much the same thing up over here, right? So Broly's arm comes out from his nose this time, right? So it just comes out like so. And then we go down around. Similar sort of thing to here. Like that. And then the back of it will just go in underneath his hair, just up here. And then, so, thumb. Curves around the bottom here. This is like his wrist area. Back of his hand, wrist fold. Similar kind of shape to this, maybe more stretched out, but similar shape. So we can see the inside, so we can see their thumbs on this one. Up and around. Right, and then maybe like a thumbnail just up here. Knuckle lines. And then Vegeta's thumb comes up the inside. Like so. Back into here. Like so. And then the bottom of Vegeta's gloved hand, just there. Goes up like so, up into there somewhere. And then we have Broly finger, knuckle, comes up here, up to the top, down, so. And then that means the inside of that should be here somewhere. Around like so. And then a Vegeta finger comes out the top of that Broly knuckle. Down to there, and like so. Vegeta finger. So. And then a little bump for a knuckle that's in behind. And then the back of Vegeta's hand comes down. There's a glove. There's some fold lines on it, and then the rest of that glove then will go down to about there. Curve back up. And then go back to here. So you'll notice now these hands are bigger than these ones, right? That's the main thing to remember. So it looks like Broly right now is fighting floating gloves. So we're going to attach it to Vegeta's body, right? So yeah. Okay, so we'll do his face and we'll start just like we did Broly's, right? So Vegeta's head is lower down than Broly's. So what we'll do is nose, same sort of way, right? So it's like a number 7 or like a letter L. Turn that way. It's real close to his glove, see? And then his forehead will come up from there. Like so. And then at the bottom of the nose, we have that shadow, kind of like what Broly has on his. Like so. And because we know where his brow is, we can do his eyebrow. So it, again, like Broly, curves up and goes back to here. And then it's kind of thick at the end, and then we bring it down. And you can color it in black as well. Like so. And then Dragonball eye. So just a line there, a line at the front, and then join them together. And his iris just here. Okay, so mouth. So we got top lip coming from the nose, curves in around the mouth. And coming down like so. And then the teeth on the top, down, and then teeth on the bottom. And maybe just a line like in here. And I think does Vegeta have some lines on it, just on his nose, just here as well. Yeah. Then line just on the edge of his mouth. And bottom lip. Down to his chin. And then his chin will go in. Stop about here because it touches his shoulder. We can't actually see his jaw. And maybe just a line for his bottom lip just there. So we'll go up and do his hairline. So we'll go up and back this way. Oh, and those cheek marks. Dragon Ball characters have. And his hairline, so Vegeta's hairline is kind of balding. It's different to Broly. Comes down. We've got a sideburn here. And then up for his ear. And we'll go around the ear. Back down. Like so. Back into here, around. Couple of bumps and stuff for his ear ligaments. Coming down in here. to there. Okay, so we can't really see his jaw. We can see like a bump for his, like his strap that goes over his shoulder, and then his shoulder line itself, right? So see like the front of his shoulder here. Okay, we might as well do the rest of it. So bicep, like so, and then the forearm goes into the glove. Like this. And then like a forearm muscle line just there, and then his tricep just back behind. It goes down to his elbow down there. And maybe like another muscle line coming back here. Something going that way, like a tricep line. This is the like bicep line coming over. Tricep goes up that way. And something coming down here. And then that strap will come over his shoulder. It's got like these boxes on it. Like this. These yellow sort of boxes on his shoulder. Shoulder muscle. I think there's another. Oh no, this is the back of his armor now. So it comes back this way. Goes underneath his armpit. It's tough to make out his shoulder muscles. So I'm just going to wing it. So that goes up that way. So maybe like that. And right, so back of his hair comes out from his ear, just the bottom of his ear here. Comes out like so, and then bottom of his neck, just there, and some of his jaw, and a neckline, like so. And so I suppose these are kind of boxes as well. So this is a complicated drawing, so take your time. And then the rest of his arm, this arm will go into his face, so it'll like connect in somewhere, like here. And this one kind of goes more down underneath his chin. Like so. And Vegeta's hair kind of goes back up like a candle flame, like this way, right? So, well, we'll finish his back first, I guess, while we're here. So this is his armor, kind of curves around. It's got these white coils like Broly's, this stuff. Like that, and then it goes off my page that way. And then, is it his hair or his back? I think it's his back. So that's like Vegeta's back going back that way. And some rib lines or armor lines going that way. Another one that way. And then like turtle shell sort of yellow lines that crisscross, come down across there. Hair, so hair spike there. Hair spike coming up to here, back in. And then real big one up to the top of my page, back in. Then he has a single strand like Broly coming down that way. Another one back here, back up, back down. Another single strand sticking off. And then down the front of his face. And he has like a bump just on the back of his brow. Just a little detail there like that. And a front brow line like so. Oh, and just the underneath of Broly's body can be seen just like there. I'm just going to fix Broly's eye. I think it should be like more curved. Okay, so I think that is the best I can do. So there you go. How to draw Vegeta versus Broly. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.